Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday's reading. Of course, you know me as Stan the Shadow Seeker, and we are going to be doing a general tarot reading here for the beautiful collective. I do hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everyone was able to rest, relax, enjoy time with the family, all that great stuff. And so we are going to be jumping into this reading. And again, this is a timeless message. And I do feel like, again, it may be very specific to only certain people in the collective. So I definitely recommend using your intuition, only taking the messages that do truly personally resonate for you, for your highest potential. And we are just going to jump right in. I am actually using a new deck. I have an oracle deck, the energy oracle deck, and we're going to be using that with the tarot here to get some messages. And as I am shuffling, it seems like three is another type of number that we definitely should be concerned about if that connects with you in a particular way. We have three oracle cards that came out together, and I'm shuffling the traditional tarot. And we also have three cards that came out. So 333 could be very significant. So if you believe in angel numbers, I definitely recommend you looking that up. And so let's see what we have here. So we actually are starting with the oracle, or I started with the oracle, excuse me. And we have here the man holding a coin upright. We have door to value upright, and we have healer of the ages in the reverse position. Now with the tarot, we have the world upright, four of swords reversed, and four of wands upright. So yes, I do feel like this is a very specific message here. So what I am sensing here is that spirit is really showing that for many of you in the collective, there is a new level of stability, confidence, abundance that is opening up. It's been orchestrated by spirit for you. You have finally done the inner work. You have finally surrendered, finally believed that all of this abundance that has been culminating for you by spirit, you have surrendered to that. You have really aligned yourself to a higher new timeline. And so a lot of doors are going to be opening up for you. You're stepping into a brand new chapter where you finally recognize your worth, and life is going to begin to reflect that recognition back to you. And spirit is really acknowledging that for many of you, you are very spiritually tired, and that may come across in a multitude of ways, emotionally, mentally, physically, but primarily it's very spiritual. It's almost like this spiritual battle, so to speak, of so many different lessons that have been going on that has really been draining you. And you've really been going through this deep healing, but you've been making a lot of progress, though, spiritually speaking, in the quantum realm, in the 5D. And so it's really normal at the end of this transformative cycle that you've been going through, this integration that you've been going through. And that's going to look really different for many of you, because I do feel like ultimately many of you are very spiritually attuned, but spirituality looks really different for everyone in the collective. Some of you may really be aligned with, very esoteric ways of doing things spiritually. But then again, some of you may be very religious, as far as Christianity or being Muslim or other types of ways to express your spirituality with spiritual groups or connotations, whatever that may look like for you. But you're all very spiritually attuned, is what I'm seeing here. And so spirit is acknowledging again that many of you are very tired, that your energy may be feeling very scattered or depleted. And again, that's going to look really different for everyone as well. But With the world upright, this is really confirming a major cycle has officially closed. You're not repeating an old dynamic or paradigm anymore. You finally have closed that loop and you're stepping into a new timeline entirely, which is very, very great. And that's going to look very different again for everyone in the collective. And so, as you're moving forward, as you're pushing forward, many of you are really needing a lot of rest in the physical because many of you are really healing certain things. You're really integrating certain things in this new timeline that has been culminating for you. And you might be feeling very overstimulated in many different areas of your life. And so, with that said, even though you are very overstimulated or overwhelmed right now, especially in your physical body, and I do feel like for many of you, you are ignoring that concept. Like you're not really slowing down, and spirit really is wanting you to do that. With the Four of Wands, you're really going to be coming into this outcome of feeling more grounded, feeling more stable. It's going to feel more like a homecoming, a reunion, and it feels more like a reunion of the self, not necessarily external for many of you. But then again, there is a small thread of energy that I am sensing where you might be coming into a reunion with an external person. And this doesn't have to necessarily be romantic because it actually doesn't feel that way for many of you in the collective. It actually feels like someone new could be coming to help stabilize you. And that could be this high level soulmate, a new friendship, or some new partnership, some new endeavor, something or someone rather bringing in this new energy of stabilizing that you're not quite used to, but it's something that is really going to help ground you in the 3D. And it's a beautiful energy. It really is because you really are opening a lot of doors right now. And so much joy, stability, and celebration are definitely coming for you. So it's definitely a very beautiful energy. So we're going to see if we can get more about this particular type of energy here. Okay, so Page of Swords in the upright position. A new level of consciousness is coming, and you guys are going to be seeing things a lot more clearer. Things are going to be dissolving as far as illusions, fantasy filters. There's going to be this new sense of alertness, mental clarity, this sense of curiosity and vigilance. The inner student is awakened, is what I'm sensing. And for many of you in the collective, you'll be beginning to question things spiritually and emotionally. There won't be any kind of behavior or taking things at face value, that type of behavior. You'll start asking yourself, does this really align? Is it true? Is this something that's revealing? So there's a lot of sudden insights, a lot of internal realizations where your intuition becomes very sharper, communication starts opening up. It's like your mind is really awakening before the flame ignites, which leads us to the Ace of Swords upright. So, new beginnings, a lot of spiritual activation, a lot of passion that's returning, a lot of movement after stagnation, a lot of alignment with purpose. It's like this fresh timeline that we're talking about. So, none of this is karmic, none of it is like a repetitive loop. It's nothing but forward movement, passionate movement, energetic vitality is returning. And some of you may be feeling a spiritual calling, so to speak, but there's a lot of something that was dormant really beginning to rise again, is what this feels like. So it's like this card is really fueling, or it's really confirmation that something is really fueling and building into something that's going to be long term. It's the potential of that. And it feels really beautiful for many of you. And we have here the King of Pentacles in the upright position. So there's a lot of stabilizing, grounded energy here. But I'm sensing also too that, again, it's this external energy as well. So a stable person may be coming to enter into your life. a mentor, a supportive partner, a grounded friend. And it's really beautiful energy as well. It's almost like a builder archetype or a paradigm that I'm really sensing where they're helping to manifest something for you. It's like you're planting seeds, or this person is really planting seeds that are going to be growing into something very stable. So it's going to be a lot of this confident, very leadership type of dynamic where someone is helping you cultivate something in the long term. And it's going to really ground you. It's going to really help create a lot of grounded abundance. This person's going to really activate a lot of manifestations for you in the 3D. So it's very beautiful type of energy. I feel like we're almost at the end of this reading because I feel like everything that we have discussed is very direct. I don't feel as if there's anything that, well, we don't sugarcoat anything here, but I feel like there's not much more to actually be said. But I do want to draw just a few more cards, and we're relying on the Energy Oracle again. And please keep in mind, this is a new deck that I'm using. So a lot of these energies are definitely new that I'm feeling. But this does feel like past readings as well. So we have here the Angel of Balance upright. So this is definitely another affirming card where many of you in the collective are entering the phase of inner alignment. And it really reflects a lot of that grounding energy that we're talking about. You stepping into something that's more healthy as far as healthy boundaries. And I'm sensing definitely some sort of new relationship that is culminating for you. But this is also you really resisting karmic temptations. You're really distancing yourself from external distractions. You're choosing peace over chaos. And all of that is not random. So every choice that you're making now is actually helping to restore you spiritually. It's restoring your equilibrium. And a lot of the stabilizing energy that was once destabilizing you, a lot of that is, I'm sorry, I don't know why that came out the way it did. That is not what I meant to say. A lot of the destabilizing energy that came out is being stabilized now. So a lot of that is dissolving. Okay, so we have here the Happy Family card upright. So this is harmony through chosen connections. So this doesn't necessarily mean or represent biological family. This definitely feels like soul tribe energy. So it's like renewed unity, it's attracting aligned relationships, emotional fulfillment. So this definitely does feel like an external energy. And it's like healthy relationships are coming, emotional safety is ahead. So for those of you that really feel not necessarily safe when it comes to new connections, whatever this external person that's coming in for you, they're going to be very loyal. They're going to bring a lot of structure, a lot of longevity. They're really going to be grounding you in the 3D. They're going to be really helping to harmonize you and make you feel a lot more safe and secure in the 3D. Okay, we have woman holding a heart reversed. So this doesn't necessarily feel like a warning, but it feels like there are still many people in the collective that are emotionally imbalanced. They act from insecurity or conditional love patterns. And it does feel like there's someone circling still in your energetic field that is attempting to pull you into their chaos. But you're trying to expand out of that. You're manifesting that. You're really working in tandem with spirit. You're really letting go of a lot of this. And even though right now you have this person or this energy around you of someone or something that is really draining you in terms of whatever type of relationship that we're picking up on, you're really trying to expand out of that. You want better for yourself. You want something that is more stabilizing for you, stabilizing for your energy, someone that actually rejuvenates you. And so, really, you're stepping into this energy of letting that person or that energy go. You're not choosing to be stagnant. You're not choosing something that is lower vibrational. You are choosing to expand out of this because you want better. You want something that is more grounded in the 3D, something that is more bountiful for you, something that actually opens up a lot of spiritual doors, so to speak, something that is definitely more balanced when it comes to longevity and comes to something that is actually meant for you. At least that's how you're perceiving it. You just want something that is definitely more secure, that you can actually really depend on, but it's not codependent. So I do feel like for many of you, you are still in something that is actually siphoning your energy, or there's not an equal exchange of energies here. For some reason, I'm getting like the number 50-50, and I'm not actually seeing that number, but I just, for some reason, felt compelled to say that. You want something that is like a equal exchange. We don't have the Six of Pentacles here in this reading, but that's what you want in all different types of relationship dynamics that you have, because whatever this particular relationship thread of energy that we're discussing right now, it's something where they are just siphoning all of your energy and trying to make it something into their own, if that makes sense. Like they are really draining you, almost like an energy vampire, so to speak. And it's very unhealthy. It's very toxic. It's very like draining, to the soul is what it feels like. And it's really, challenging to really deal with mentally for you. It's really taxing on you. And I do feel like that's for a very specific number of people in the collective, not for everyone. So, this person that's entering into your life, they are really helping you see and really helping to refine your standards. They're helping you to release those who cannot meet you at your level. And, as I say that, for some of you, this may be your internal masculine, your internal divine masculine energy. So this may not actually be an external person for many of you. So that thread of energy just crept up right there as I said that. So let's see what our last tarot cards are for this reading as I'm shuffling. And okay, we have the Five of Pentacles in the upright position. We have Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, then we also have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright position. And actually, wait a minute, there's another card that flung across the room. Okay, so, wow. This is really interesting. It's the Tower and it's reversed. So we've been seeing a lot of Tower energy in the past readings. If you've been following the most recent readings here, and we have been seeing this card come out a lot. So that's really interesting here. So to wrap things up here, okay, with this Five of Pentacles, this is really showing me that someone in the collective is really still carrying the imprint of past abandonment, loss, instability. Even though a lot of what has come through here is really talking about abundance, alignment, breakthroughs in the physical, but someone is really still sort of dwelling or really fixated on remembering loss, remembering what it feels like to not be chosen, and remembering having like a door close on them, being left out in the cold, so to speak, you know, and really what this spread really is talking about here, despite this card coming out, is that life is actually culminating in a way that is really better for you right now, that stability is rising. So, really, this is really talking about this old identity of you still feeling that something could fall apart. So, this is not like a prediction or anything like that. This is just really kind of showing a shadow element that someone here is still sort of entangled in that lower vibrational energy. That spirit really doesn't want you to be there, but for some reason you're just kind of fixated on that right now. But honestly, the worst is over. Okay. The wound really is closing. That painful chapter is completed. That betrayal, if it was a betrayal, no longer defines you. There's no karmic loops. You're really expanding out of that. Okay. You're really in this rebirth era, so to speak. Okay. After all of the trauma, after all of that pain. So, Spirit is really wanting you to not look at your life through the eyes of that old pain, that old identity, that old paradigm. It's really time for you to open up to what actually is culminating for you because you have done the inner work, you have done that shadow work, you have resisted a lot of temptation or a lot of that lower vibrational energy. You've expanded out of it. You really are stepping into this new person, this new identity, this new way of being. And because it's so new, it's like foreign for you. It's really, in a sense, triggering this old identity that you're kind of latching on to the familiar in a sense. And that's not where spirit wants you to be right now because the culmination, the physical manifestation of this new cycle is a long term blessing. And that is really actually why the 10 of Pentacles is out here. This is really letting you know that the final outcome energy is stability, it's wealth, it's grounded fulfillment, it's legacy, it's long term success. It's a foundation that cannot be shaken. And this is actually the physical proof of everything that you've been working for. It's abundance that's not temporary, it's relationships that aren't chaotic, it's this grounding energy that is not performative, it's alignment that is rooted, lived, and embodied. So the universe is replacing everything you lost with something or someone that is stable, real, long lasting. And so you're meant to release that identity of lack. You're meant to detach from this old wound. You're meant to stop moving from survival. You're meant to stop operating from scarcity. So this is really your time to really bask in that type of energy, in this energy of abundance, this energy that feels really foreign to you. And you're really stepping out of that cycle of lack. You really are. Even if you don't believe it right now, you really are. And that person that will be showing up, they're going to be helping you to do just that. Now, with that tower energy, which again, I'm just so amazed that we keep seeing this, especially in the past readings that we've been doing for the collective. And so this really is like the final piece, and it's really actually very important because it's a major arcana card. It's really confirmation that you're stabilizing while avoiding old karmic destruction. You're building your new life on sturdier ground. Okay, so it's really showing up as a new blessing, okay, and really reminding you that there's no karmic loops, there's no emotional collapse, there's no loss, there's no scattering. This is healing, not an upheaval. And I think that's where a lot of people get really afraid when they see the tower because they know it's like this upheaval type of energy. But that's not why this card came out. It's really showing you that the collapse has already happened, that the worst is already over, that you really are. It's like your foundation is being repaired, that the universe is giving you a softer transition. That's why this card came out. That's the energy that I'm sensing behind it. So, Spirit is really confirming that you're being protected from a collapse, that you're not entering another dark night of the soul, that you're rebuilding, that you're not being torn down. And it's a really beautiful energy. It really is. Okay, so this is where we are going to close the reading. And instead of doing a Rumi quote, which I know we've been doing for the past several readings, we are going back to our roots and we're going to be closing the reading with an oracle card from the Akashic Records deck. And As I'm shuffling, we are just going to be tying our energy into this and accepting whatever message comes out from spirit. And okay, the card that came out here is okay. I feel like this is the perfect way to end the reading. It's the have faith card. It says, it's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. So that's a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you all so much for extending your beautiful high vibrational energy to the reading, helping to culminate the messages here. And again, please only take what truly connects for you in a personal way. Please use your intuition. And I definitely wish everyone a warm and safe, happy weekend. We have definitely survived this week. And we are continuing this posting schedule, so I will see you in the next reading on Monday.